Hey guys, it's Brandon. Thought I would play a 15-minute game here on chess.com. Seem to have somebody rated a little bit lower than me. Yes, no, yes from the United States. And looks like we're going to get a Albin Counter Gambit here. I'll play this A3, B4 line. Oh, he's giving this pawn here, I guess, pretty quickly. Yeah, so the idea of this line is to play a quick bishop b2, attacking the pawn. And yeah, it's a little bit difficult to defend that pawn. I mean, it's possible the best option is just to push it. But yeah, this doesn't do anything because the knight is not pinned. So I can take, and I'll offer the queen trade. So I'm up 2 pawns here for absolutely no compensation as far as I can tell. You should probably keep queens on the board, I guess. I don't think a queen trade would be any good in this position. So yeah, I mean, the Albin Counter Gambit is just a stupid line in any case. But here my opponent has played particularly badly. He's going to get a little bit of a development. I don't want to trade queens necessarily and help him develop here, but I mean, it would be safer for me really to just trade. Takes, rook takes, e3, bishop e2. Yeah, not sure what the best course of action here is. I could think about a move like queen f4, threatening bishop takes and then taking the bishop on g4. So if he castles, I'll play bishop takes knight. But then he can always move the bishop because my bishop here would be pinned. No, I could take here and then rook takes queen, bishop takes queen. So, okay, I'll just do this. Try for a little trick here. I'm up 2 pawns. I do have to get my development working, so maybe just g3, bishop g2. I don't know. Anyway, he has to take care of this threat somehow. So he chose to defend the bishop with the queen. So should I play queen d2, knight d2, or knight to c3? Knight c3 would allow the rook to come into play sooner. c5 to stop bishop d6. Yeah. Bishop d6, I'll have queen e3 check. Alright, let's just develop. I don't want to spend too much time here. If he castles queenside, yeah, I guess he decided that was his only chance to try to drum up some play against my king. Knight e4. Just got to be careful because he has a lead in development, obviously. I could play rook d1 and follow it with taking, rook takes. I don't know. Knight e4, knight takes, queen takes, rook here. Maybe I'll just play g3 and bishop g2 to get my bishop on this nice long diagonal. Just gotta try something. If he plays something like, I don't know, rook f8, I have to move the queen. Probably to c1. Yeah, I'm gonna just put the queen on c1, get out of any discoveries. Try to play, also stopping penetration. Try to play bishop g2 and castles, and then I'll have no problems at all. I'll just be 2 pawns up, famous last words, but I'll be 2 pawns up and with a good, winning position. I just need time to develop, that's all I need. e3 could be a little bit of a target, I guess. Yeah, okay. So bishop g2, his idea could be to move the knight and be targeting f2. But something like knight e4, I can just take the knight, which would be guarding f2. Knight h5, just castles. Any other sort of knight moves, I'll just castle. Right? Knight d5. This is okay. Probably. This is probably fine. Yeah. Maybe knight d1 here. Knight d1, queen h5, h3. Or I could simply do something like queen e1, defending the pawn on f2. If he takes with the knight, it'll be pinned, right? So if he takes, knight takes, queen e2. So maybe I don't have to worry too much. Let's see. If I do something normal like knight to d5, say, then knight f2, queen e1, pin, and the knight's in a pin. And where can the knight go from there? There's no check. Well, he could play check here, queen e4 check. So that's unfortunate. So I'll just guard the pawn here, but with queen e1. I was looking at the variation, of course. Knight f2, then queen e1 to pin the knight, but he could step out of the pin with queen e4 check, and that would be unpleasant. Maybe maybe he can play queen to h5 here, but I think just h3 is okay in that case. Okay, so I guess his idea is to play rook to h6. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. He's trying to drum something up. But what about just f3? Maybe I could have even played f3 earlier. Or bishop c1, covering the h6 square. f3, where's the knight going? Knight here. I could play knight e4, knight d5 with the tempo, because if he plays rook h6, then I'll pick up this bishop with check, forking the king and the queen. So he'll have to move the bishop. But if he goes bishop g5, yeah, this should be okay. This is where the knight really belongs, because he'll have to really weaken his king to get anything going here. And queen e4 check is met by f3. Okay. e4. e4 I could play. f3 I can just play. Oops, I made a mouse slip. I was thinking about it anyway. It's probably not a bad move. Actually, he might have knight f3. Rook f3. Knight h2, king takes, rook here, check. King to g1, queen check. King f1. Queen check, king here. I guess I'm escaping there. Otherwise, if he just plays like knight f6, then I will just take the knight. Any exchange is, of course, favorable for me here. I have to keep my eye on my time. It's 7 minutes to 9 minutes, so yeah, he played it. And now rook check, king to g2, queen check, king to f1, queen h2, check, king here, rook to e8 check, and I think I'm escaping. I don't have much of a choice anyway. I have to take this knight. Yeah, but I think I'm just managing to get away here. And if he tries to interpose this move, yeah. And now my king will. Maybe it was better for him to just try to run onto e8 with the e8 with the rook first. But this way, I think my king just makes a nice escape to the king side. Bishop to here, check. King d here. I mean, and my king just runs away to the queen side. Rook check, king d2. King d3. And my king should be safe on c2. So now I'm just up a piece and a pawn, and I don't think he's got compensation for this. Yeah, he's going to try queen check, so maybe king here. We'll just evacuate the king out of the center, try to stick him on a2 or something. thought this might come. Now he's going to play bishop check, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'll stick the knight here with an attack on the rook, also covering e2. Bishop check, then I'll play king b3. And just up a piece. That check I did not count on. King c1. Okay, what's the best here? King c2, rook takes knight, pawn takes, queen check, king c1. Or knight to d3. My concern would be rook here, threatening to take this knight. Alright, I'll just move the king. Okay. Knight here attacking the rook, I guess. Check, king c1. I mean, he's got to keep his initiative going somehow. What else can he do besides somehow try to get at my king? Still a little underdeveloped, but piece and a pawn. And my time is a little, well, it's not too low. I still have about 5 minutes, which is enough time. So he's got to scoot this rook away. When he does, if he goes to like b3, I'll play queen d1, queen d2, threatening queen c2 with a double attack on the rook and the queen trade possibility. No, I decided not to. So let's get the queen back in the action with queen d2. I didn't want to play queen c3 because of bishop f6. So if allowed, I'd like to play queen c2 here. Threatening the queen trade. Although then he would take on yeah, well, he's still fighting. He's really still fighting. But let's just play e4, take some squares in the center and cut the rooks out. Yeah. Yeah, if he plays g4, I'll have knight to g4 I'll have knight f4. Boy, look at him go, huh? He's fighting. Now I'm threatening e5, forcing the queen trade and pushing this passed pawn down the board even further. So I'm totally out of danger and just up a piece and a pawn. And yeah, he just doesn't have any compensation for it. This rook is still not in the game. But okay, and what about e5 here? Now forcing the queens to come off, and now finally connecting rooks. This is a dangerous pass pawn for him. Okay, let's take the queens off. And we'll play f4. And these two pass pawns should be very easily winning for me here. I don't know about that move. Okay, king to c2, and if he plays g5, I'll play e5. And yeah, we'll start moving the pawns. Stick the rook on the open file. And the rest should be a matter of technique if I can, get it done. I'd like to maybe play c5, knight e3, c4, d6. Seems like a good plan. No, I probably should have taken that pawn first. Now if he plays... Yeah, okay, this I don't mind. So I'm going to try to sink this knight into d6. Check doesn't really bother me. I'll just move the king. Just defend that pawn. Got to watch my time a little bit. I mean, he doesn't have play anymore. He just doesn't have any play. It's just over. It's been over for some time now, but at least he got some play on my king for a little while. So yeah, this should be okay. And I can even maybe try to run my king into b4. Okay, he wants to check on f3. And when he does, I'll go back to c2. No big deal. And finally, I'll try to get my knight in here on d6. Okay. We'll just do it. And now what about rook here? Just attacking the a-pawn. threatening to take and then either trade rooks or just grab this rook. How's he defending the a-pawn? You can go back rook f3, I guess. Takes, check, just move the king. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, now I can even play rook h1, threatening mate. Possibly forces him to take the knight. Rook take the knight, takes the f2 pawn, check, king back, check. I'm not sure. Alright, let's get active. If he takes the pawn, yeah, I have checkmate, so he can't do that. He may have to take the knight, in which case I'm just going to push my pawn forward. And the pawn will queen. There's no stopping it. So we'll just bring this rook back. And he's just playing quickly, but let's just push this pawn forward. I mean, I have plenty of time here. I don't know what the point of that was. Take this pawn. So I'm just up a rook and a bishop and a pawn here, and he's got absolutely nothing. So I can even just take this pawn, and that's probably the simplest way to win. Just take everything. And oh no! No, 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 no! The bishop's the wrong color. Oh God. I blew it. Oh Jesus. Oh God, did I blow this? Ugh, what a dumb idiot move. I can't force the king out. Oh my God. What a stupid thing to do. Oh my goodness. Ugh, just an easily winning game. I didn't have to do any of that nonsense. That was just... Ugh, don't be an idiot like me. Do not be an idiot like me. Just a clearly winning game. I thought I would just take all of this stuff and just win with my extra pawn. But the bishop is the wrong color bishop. I can never force his king outside of the A8 square. And it's just a draw. I mean, this is a book draw. Ugh, just do anything else besides that, Brandon. Use your head. Well, anyway, it was still a fun game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. Bye. By the way, the game ended with a stalemate. So, anyway, I'll see you guys later.